Yes, hi friends. In previous sessions, we are discussing what is the algorithm for shell sort and how to trace all the elements using shell sort mechanism, right? So in this session, I'm writing a program for shell sort mechanism using C language, right? So for each and every C program, compulsory we follow some structure which contains linking section, definition section, main function. In main function, we are writing two more sections, that is local declaration section and executable part. So based on that structure only we can write the program. So here I'm also using functions concept in C language, right? For each and every functions program, compulsory we are writing three major elements: function declaration, function calling, function definition, right? So here I'm writing a program for shell sort. So compulsory for each and every C program we are writing linking section. So in linking section we are writing two header files, that is hash include stdio.h, then I am writing conio.h. So this header file is for standard input output header file. This header file is for console input output, right? So to use printf and scanf functions we are writing this one. To use CLR, SCR and getCH functions in our program, we are writing this header file, right? After writing linking section, then I am creating one user defined function, that is void shell sort. So here I am writing shell sort program. So that's why I am creating one user defined function. How to write any name? This is the function defined by the user, right? So here I am writing shell sort. So in this I am passing two arguments. One argument is for array and one argument is for n. So here just we are passing data types. So this argument is for array, this argument is for n value, right? So this is the function definition, function declaration, right? So after writing function declaration, then I am writing main function void main. So after writing main function, then I am declaring what are the variables that are used in the main function, right? So here I am using one array. Suppose I am taking a of 10. So number of elements in the array can be represented with the help of n. For looping purpose, I am taking I. For looping purpose, I am taking I. So these variables are only alive within the main function. Why? Because these variables are not declared in globally, right? So once you have to declare all variables globally, we can use throughout the program, right? So this is the local declaration. So that's why these variables are alive within the main function only, right? So here then I am writing CLR SCR function for clear the previous output screens. So here I am taking number of elements into the array. Number of elements into the array that can be done with the help of n value, right? So here enter n value. So here I am reading n value, that can be done with the help of scanf function. So scanf. So here I am reading integer. So that's why %d is specified, and also specify the address of n variable. So ampersand n, right? So once we can how many number of elements are read, then we can read one by one element into the array. So for that purpose, printf enter array elements. So here same operation is performed repetitively. For that purpose I am considering the loop. So loop starts from array. So that's why I is equal to 0 less than n I plus plus, right? So once this condition becomes true, then we are reading all the elements into the array. So all are integer elements. So that's why %d control string is specified, and also specify the address of array ampersand a of I. Once this condition becomes failure, the control will be passed out of the loop. Then here I am printing before sorting. So printf before sorting elements are elements are. So here printing operation is also performed repetitively. So that purpose I am taking the same loop. I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. We are printing all the elements. So printf before sorting, right? So before sorting, all are integer elements. So here I am taking /t backslash character constant, printing e of I. Fine. Then once this condition becomes failed, the control will be passed to next statement. So here before sorting all the elements are printed, then we are apply sorting mechanism. So for that purpose I am calling the shell sort function, right, along with its arguments. Shell sort, what are the arguments? Array a comma n, array a comma n. So once we can call the shell sort function, the actual procedure is executed in function definition. So after completion of entire procedure, the control will be passed to next statement, right? So once the process has been completed, all the elements are sorted, right? So then those elements are printed, right? So for that purpose I am taking printf after sorting elements are, after sorting elements are, right now. So for that purpose I am considering the loop. So what is the loop? For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. We are printing all the elements. So printf before sorting, once we can call the function, entire process has been completed, then we can print all the sorted elements. So printf %d/t, all the elements are stored in e of I, right? Then I am writing get ch, right? So here this function definition, this function actual procedure is defined in function definition. So here I am writing the function definition, actual procedure for shell sort, right? So here what is the actual procedure? So we are already discussing in algorithm steps, right? So first of all here void, what is the shell sort function name is shell sort int n, right? So here in this function definition I am using some variables. What are the variables? Gap is used, then we are using some I for loop purpose. I am using I for loop purpose. We are also using one more variable, that is j, right? So these are the variables that are used in this function definition, right? Then here I am writing the actual procedure. So what, first of all we are checking what is the loop for gap is equal to n by 2, for gap is equal to n by 2. Then we are checking gap greater than or equal to 1, then gap is equal to gap by 2. So once this condition becomes true, we are checking one more for loop for j is equal to gap j less than n j plus plus. These steps are already discussed in previous sessions, algorithm as well as example, right? So once this condition becomes true, we are checking one more condition for I is equal to j minus gap I greater than or equal to 0, I is equal to I minus gap. So once this condition becomes true, we are checking one more condition. So what is the condition? If y of I plus gap greater than y of I, Once this condition becomes true, we can perform break operation. Once this condition becomes failure, we can execute the else part. So in else part, we are swapping these two elements. So here, simply I am writing. So here, swapping purpose, we are also taking one more variable, that is temp variable. So what is the general procedure? Temp is equal to A of I. So A of I is equal to temp. So that is the actual procedure, right? So for that purpose, I am taking one more variable, that is temp. Temp is equal to A of I plus gap. A of I plus gap is equal to A of I. A of I is equal to 10. Right? So we are swapping these two. So after completion of this else part, we are closing this loop, this one, and finally we are closing the shell sort function definition. So 4 close braces. One is for I loop, this is for j loop, this is for gap loop, this is for entire function definition, right? So this is the function definition, right? Once we can call the shell sort function, then the control will be passed to this function definition. So here the entire process has been completed. We can get the sorted array, right? So that sorted array is stored in array A. So finally the control will be passed to this one. We can execute all the sorted array of elements, and then the control will be passed to get ch, right? So this is about shell sort program using C language, right? So if you have any doubts regarding to this program, please post your doubts in comment section. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.